You gotta fix.
When you hit the Facebook Live button and she's still working on,
Okay, so I realized that I didn't think I had a ton of gray hairs, but then when I part my hair in like a different place, I'm like, oh, there's like an outcropping that's happening somewhere right around in here. I've got like a cluster. So I parted my hair to a different side, and I feel like totally backwards. Hey, Becca.
Can you imagine like all the, husbands out there who are like, wait a second, you're not a redhead? No. Like,
I know.
With all that. Man, speaking of hair, like these burns are getting out of control.
You're getting a little mushroomy on the top.
I am.
I'll buzz
you.
ya.
Are you gonna clip me again? Yep.
I'll buzz you.
All those YouTube haircuts out there. Keeping it real. So what are we doing tonight? We doing chapter 2 of the epic Josh and Hillary? Or are we, talking about, the disappointment that was that meal? No.
We cooked dinner tonight and put all this time and effort, and then neither of us liked it, and we didn't eat it.
Yep.
So that was kind of a bummer. But it just was not good. It was not worth the eating of it just to eat it.
Yep.
It had like a weird sauce. It was like balsamic, honey Dijon mustard, and then tahini. And it was just weird.
Yep.
It was weird.
And I like
honestly,
all
the
of
meal
those
would have been
things, but
amazing
putting
if
them
we
together.
we put the stupid sauce on and then we ruined it.
Yep. Shouldn't done it.
Thank you. My wild hair that's like, it's rainy and it's kind of out of control.
The humidity here, people.
It was
coming.
like this chicken with arugula salad and pear, and then
It was really yummy. Like
it was really yummy. It had fennel and onions. It was really good.
The sauce,
Barley.
and then
The sauce just ruined it. It was like, ugh.
we are slowly finding our favorite meal box business. I don't know if we're gonna shame who let us down tonight, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So we are sharing bit by bit our journey that brought us to North Carolina. So you might have to go back and watch the episode.
Yeah,
the previous episode.
Yeah.
So basically, we felt led to make a complete career change. So now we are at the stage of our story where
I feel like gotta backtrack just a little bit over that. I don't know if we really did that really good in the first video.
we're winging this, guys.
Before
we have no plan.
Before we go to the chapter on moving, so what it was I took a job with probation. We decided at the time it was a big
Wow, you're going way back.
yeah, but just real quick. But it was a big like pay cut, but it was worth it for the opportunity that it would provide and the stability in our lives to be on like a 9 to 5 versus as AT&T before, and the job would start and then go, and you didn't know whether you were getting off at 3 p.m. or 11 o'clock at night. Which I love that job. It was awesome, but for the season of our family, God really provided something different. And probation was awesome, but I knew God only had me there for a season, like 4 or 5 years to build the program. I asked my wife, I was like, hey, I feel like this is things opening up. And anyway, so come year 4 or 5, like had built the program, handed it off to Justin Knight, who's been doing it way better than I ever did it, which is awesome when you're a successor. And I knew God was going to do the next thing. Didn't know it would be moving across the country. So fast forward to I'm in North Carolina, because in North Carolina at the time, you had to come and sit in a classroom to be able to get your license. You had to sit in a classroom, do 75 hours of training, and take the hardest real estate license test in any of the 50 states.
Well, because you don't just become an agent, you become a broker as well.
A full broker. Yep. You can do commercial, all of it. Like you are a
So Josh moved
capital
ahead
B
of us.
broker.
So he gave notice at his job. He drove across the country. I think we covered this a little bit last time.
3 days.
In 3 days.
Don't do it.
So then he was here for 6 weeks taking classes, pre-licensing, which is what I just got done doing. But I got to do it online because of the whole pandemic thing. Everything went online. So I kind of jumped on that opportunity. So Josh is in a class 2 days a week, and then he's also working as a transaction coordinator for my brother's property group, or
Meese Property Group.
Meese Property
the firm.
Group.
Yep.
So he was kind of working for them at the same time. And I'm home during this time for
And the
6
toddlers are chipping away at
weeks.
every ounce of her sanity.
you guys. By bedtime every night, I remember we would call Josh, and now knowing what it's like living on the East Coast and the whole time zone thing, he was waiting up to like almost 11 o'clock at night just to talk to us and say goodnight to the boys, and then we'd talk, and he was up late, so then he's doing school. It was just a crazy, crazy season, and I'm supposed to be packing our house, which I don't know what I did. I think I sold a ton of stuff.
We are
if in that season,
so much debt to the people who helped us pack. Like, they were rock stars, Cassie and
if
all
you
of
were
them.
my friend during that season, you probably saw a ton of Facebook Marketplace posts. I was selling stuff like crazy. I was like, sell, sell, sell. I was selling so much stuff the kids were afraid they were
Yeah, they were
next.
terrified. Yeah.
I was in this
So it was
like,
like, hold me.
I feel like I was in the adrenaline of the whole thing, you know, like it hadn't really sunk in. And then it started to kind of hit me, like everything that was happening and just everything we were letting go, all of our friends. I had kind of built an at-home business with a lot of local people, so I was letting go a lot of that. That was really hard.
Family was there.
Family, and so we have 2 older boys who are still in California, and Matt had gone off to the Marines, and so that was a whole emotional season. So it's just this like roller coaster that just never stopped. So it never felt like we got like a deep breath or like a pause.
Yeah.
So then Josh was done with classes. He flies home. We go pick him up, and then it's like go time. We have what?
5 days.
We had 5 days to pack up our entire house. It's already sold. We sold it in like 1 weekend. Like, hats off to Josh Barker Real Estate in Redding. Amazing. Like, they just knocked it out of the park. We
They
sold
did.
our house. It was priced right. That's the key, you guys. And it just, we were packing and loading up a ginormous Penske yellow moving truck that we realized was cheaper if we drove all the way. So we also drove all the way up to Oregon to pick up our moving truck because it saved us like
Because-
$1,500.
Yes.
So if anybody ever has to move
From California.
from Northern California, drive up to Oregon, get your Penske moving truck, bring
It
it
says something
down.
about California, that there's so little inventory in like Penske or U-Haul rental moving trucks that it's way more expensive to leave California with one than to come back with one. So
Anyway, so we spent a
We
whole
did
day
that.
driving up to Oregon.
burned a day getting the truck.
We had to do loads to the like
Dump.
recycling, the dump, the donation. Like, we were packing so much into and trying to say goodbye.
I'm having panic attacks
I
just
know.
reliving it right now.
I
I don't know if
know.
I can finish this. Like,
Might need to go inhale some oils.
Yeah.
I'm having PTSD.
right?
Anyways, it was a stressful season.
And it was hot. It was Reading hot. It was Reading 106, 10,
See,
something
Adam,
hot.
even driving from Washington, Oregon was cheaper. Oregon's like the place to go get your moving truck if you're around that area. And you guys are coming to NC to come hang out with us.
Woo! Yes!
What else
Hey, new
happened?
best friend!
So we also, oh gosh, my friend Tara came and cleaned our house that we sold. Thank you. You have no idea what a blessing that was and what a weight you lifted.
We were blessed by a ton of people in that really crazy season. I mean, it really shows like who's really got your back when,
I
you
had
know.
my friend come over. Her kids were packing us. I did not even care.
Yep.
Okay, I cared once we got here how everything was packed, but when we were packing and leaving,
It wasn't you guys, it was all this guy. She's like, you did what? I'm like, of course those should have gone. That thing's rattled to pieces. Don't let this guy pack. Never moving again. No.
I felt like I was a moving zombie. Like, we were just...
That's just getting in the truck and going. Like
No. The night before, we were supposed to get up early and leave and drive down south. We were up till almost 4 a.m. finishing the loading of the
I
truck.
almost can't do it. I can't. My brain doesn't want to go there.
Josh is
I've
gonna
got
have
like
a meltdown.
mental blocks.
We
on
might
this,
have
like-
to, we might
I feel
have
like
to...
I should be sitting on a couch just with a therapist, like, it's gonna be okay. It's okay, Josh. We're not going back to the dark place.
I feel like this is why we're doing this in chunks. It's a little therapeutic to go
It is.
backwards. I feel like we haven't revisited this season in
I
a
want
while.
to say, like, I got nothing but mad respect for, anyone who is going through that and does do that, and even more so for military who have to do it often. Like,
Oh,
it is a blessing to be able to serve a lot of those people. You guys are made of
I know.
incredible material.
I feel like I'm like complaining about my one move and like, you know, my one huge move. I
Your
don't
friends
know how.
are like, this is the 10th in the last 3 years. And I'm like,
I have so much sympathy and like just a teeny bit of understanding of starting over. Like, guys, like church and community and Target and like, I know I keep talking about Target, but we don't have one, so it's still a sore subject. But just so many things, like your normal routines, you don't even think about. All of a sudden, like everything has changed. I don't know how you guys do it every couple years. Like,
me and Adam, we're gonna have to do a group therapy session, you know, where we
Yes.
relive battle stories, you know, once it's a little bit further back.
So anyways, and so we packed up our moving truck, said goodbye to friends, and we were like zombies because we had no sleep. And then we decided to drive 2 days down south to visit my older son who was in the Marines and stationed down by San Diego. So that was 2 extra days on an
Yes.
already.
But
like,
I will say, I feel like that like getting to add like that, because like the packing was like such a negative, and like just the idea of what was going to come after that. So it was like this bright spot right at the beginning of the trip. I think that trip would have been so much worse
that we had just like headed across.
Yeah, if we had just done it, like it was already exhausted. So like it was, I mean, we got to hang out in the pool and like just relax a little bit, visit Matt and Haley. That was fantastic. So
I guess I should have called this portion packing.
Packing, yeah. We're not even to the move. We haven't even gotten to the part where I start twitching and
I'm gonna call
crying.
this. I'm gonna call this packing PTSD.
Packing PTSD.
Because
yes.
I feel like we're gonna have to. We don't want to make these too long, but so then we went to go visit Matt and Haley. I love that we got to see their place and just to know like where they are. You know how like you like to visually see. Because it was really, really hard leaving my 2 oldest boys behind. And Chris came and helped us pack and just, it was very bittersweet.
A quick positive aside though, it's really fun, you know, when your kids do move out and step out on their own and start doing the whole adulting thing, to just kind of be able to see that and be like, because they tell you, you're like, man, this whole adult thing, it's a little overrated. And you're like, right? I know. I mean, I feel like you can then relate with your kids on a whole nother level. They appreciate more things. Like, they're like,
that is a fun season of life with your older kids where you start to commiserate on adulting.
Yes.
And you're like, and they message me.
And they're like, taxes. And you're like, I know, right? Gosh.
They message me and they're like, Mom, bills suck.
Bills are lame. Yes,
Having to get up every day, 8 to 5, you know, someone else is your boss. Like, can I just go back to living at home? I'm like, I know, buddy, me too. I want to go like couch surf for a while. Not really, but
no,
you know.
No.
Anyways, so that was packing our house.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if we have any. I'm sure there's more things like little.
There's more. We'll hit it as we go, and you know, looking forward, the move itself. There's gonna be some awesome gold nuggets of craziness.
Oh yeah.
As we go across the country, so to be continued with that. You're gonna want to stay tuned. Yep. There's more to come.
Yes, there is. I think I rage quit like 10 times.
There was, yeah. Do you want to know what your marriage is made of? Drive across the country.
Oh, that's not even the hardest. Yeah.
With 3 screaming toddlers, one of which is sick and miserable, throwing up.
Oh yeah.
And then have your vehicle break down in Kansas. You will learn what your marriage is made of.
You're gonna tell the story.
Sorry, we'll get there. We'll get there. Full story.
We didn't even break down just once.
Shh. We're not even gonna. Yep. Oh God. Yeah. Okay. I can feel like the cold sweats
Okay,
coming.
guys,
Go.
I'm gonna go make Josh a drink. I'm gonna go, have him huff some oils, and we'll tell you the rest.
I need my stress away.
Maybe tomorrow. We're not making any plans.
Yeah.
Bye,
Have a great
guys.
night. Bye, guys.